Welcome back to the channel, brothers. Are you ready to see one of the biggest pumps in history of crypto? The new crypto bill Gary Gensler doesn't want you to know about. In a second I explain you this. We see Bitcoin is about to close the CME gap, which is about 26,500. We are still in this falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern. The technical price target is around 31k, and we are still in this rising channel, which is also a bullish pattern. We are retesting right now this support line. So this is what we will speak in this video about. If you appreciate, hit the like button. I will exactly explain you in this video blood, why Gary Gensler is about to lose this fight against the cryptocurrencies. Let's start with this article. You have to right now to invest 2 minutes to really understand it. I will explain and summarize this long article for you. So I made some bullet points and I explain you it's only 6 of them. So 2 minutes you have to spend for this. Gary Gensler, who is in charge of the SEC, thinks existing rules are good enough for handling cryptocurrencies. So right now he's trying to just damage the whole crypto industry in the US by applying the current existing rules for cryptocurrencies. But lawmakers from both parties are creating new rules for cryptocurrencies. This could make the SEC case, which is right now the reason why we see all this dump happening in Bitcoin, but even more in altcoins, and which, because they're preparing new rules for cryptocurrencies, this could make the SEC case against the companies and altcoins invalid. Do you understand this? So both parties preparing right now in this moment, preparing laws, new rules for the cryptocurrencies, which are in a positive, in a good way for cryptocurrencies, and a new way which would make the case against altcoins, Coinbase, Binance, altcoins invalid. Do you understand how big this is? Two lawmakers proposed a bill. This shows that lawmakers are actively working on rules for cryptocurrencies. So this is, I mean, right now you have the image maybe that the whole US don't want cryptocurrencies. And as I told you always in my videos, it cannot be. They will never, ever missing out on this tax gains on cryptocurrencies, especially if they will not take advantage of it. Russia and China will do. So therefore it's never ever possible that the cryptocurrencies will leave US. Some even say SEC is trying to bypass lawmakers by enforcing existing rules. This could be against a law from 1946. So right now what the SEC and Gary Gensler is doing could be even against the law. Just imagine what right now is happening. This is crazy. As soon as this news will come in, we will see a huge, massive pump in the market. Evidence suggests the SEC might be unfair in its actions. For example, Robinhood, you know Robinhood, I mean on Saturday, some say this was the reason for this massive pump, because Robinhood will delist by 27 June Solana, ADA and so on, and will force to sell it in case you holding some of these altcoins on Robinhood. They will sell it for you if you not transfer it to another exchange. So evidence suggests the SEC might be unfair in actions. For example, Robinhood was working with the SEC to register its cryptocurrencies, crypto service, but was abruptly denied. So they worked with the SEC for months to hear, then abruptly it's denied. Just imagine, this is against the law. Many believe that Gensler true intention might be to effectively ban cryptocurrencies in the US, and this will never ever happen. So you have to understand, this is huge, and this is the reason why we will see inevitably, I cannot tell you in tomorrow, in a few weeks or in a few months, but we will see a huge pump, and this will happen like this. Like this 15-minute candle, which we saw happened here on Saturday when we saw this massive drop. The same will happen when the news coming out that Gary Gensler is losing the fight, or even more, that it's against the rules what they are doing right now. Because we see not only right now that they are acting against the rules, but we see major companies like A16Z. And if you don't know what A16Z is, it's Andreessen Horowitz is a private American venture capital firm which ranks first on the list of venture capitals. So you just have to imagine, it's one of the biggest venture capital firms, and what they are doing right now, A16Z choose London as a destination for first office outside US. So also they are in some way about to leave the US, and this is only the first companies which are starting to leave the US. The venture capital firms plans to use the office, which will open later this year, to fund growth in crypto and startup ecosystems in the UK and Europe. This is so huge, and some of the people who are sitting in the US government, they are not dumb. They know what Gary Gensler right now doing. Either he wants just to ban cryptocurrencies, which would be very stupid, but I don't think that he's so stupid, or he's working with some major VCs together to bring the cryptocurrencies price down, so you are selling it, but they are buying in the back, buying back all these blue chip projects, Matic, Solana, ADA, and so on and so on. So this is, in my opinion, could be the reason, but we don't know. So you see, what he's doing, it has a major impact. Big US companies, big VCs, for example, start in some way to leave the US, and this is huge, bratans. You have just to understand it, that it's only a matter of time when they will pivot like this, when we see a massive pump in the market, because what they are doing is against the law. Even if we see right now the market further dumping because of some FUD is coming more in, like they are, Ethereum becomes security and so on, but it will never ever happen. US will not become the North Korea of democracy. It will not happen, or the North Korea of cryptocurrencies. I don't know how to, you understand what I mean. It will never ever happen, just only for the reason because of the tax losses, which, or the how it's called, the opportunity cost, which they lose on the taxes on cryptocurrencies. Only for this reason they will not do it. But the second reason also because of the de-dollarization, which will happen because all the people are moving anyways to crypto. So they will never ever 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 miss out on this. You have to understand it. And for this reason we see right now, the market started, and we see Solana, ADA, Matic price stabilize as foundations hits back on the SEC lawsuit, and we see massive pump in the market. We see SUI, for example, pumping back, Aptos pumping back, Synthetics pumping back, Cardano pumping back. I mean, this all cryptocurrencies which we are bought on Saturday. I showed you all. We bought FXS, Engine, SNX, GMX, IDEX, Aptos, Paper, Phantom, SUI, Algorand. We all bought them, and they all pumping back. FXX 3%, Polygon over 2.5. I mean, Polygon did even over 12% back. So let us go quickly here through the market for my day traders. Wait a second, here I have to close this again. For my day traders, because as I told you on the weekend, we are about, when we've been here traded at 25,600, I told you it's a long opportunity because we opened a CME gap, right? And the CME gap is about completely to get closed. I mean, it's only from here on, it's only to 26,500, 1.3%. So it perfectly working out, and we are still, don't forget, even though we had this dump, we are still in this falling wedge. The technical price tag is around 31k, and as soon as we break it to the upside, it's again a clear long opportunity. So if we break 27,600 approximately, it's a clear long opportunity to slightly below 30k, so 8.5%. For some people, yes, it could be even right now a long opportunity with the stop loss below 25,200 or even below 24,800, so 24,200. The technical price tag around 30k, so this could be even 15% long opportunity. Why below 24,800? Because we're getting here a monthly support in, right? Here, a monthly support is at 24,800. We don't want to break this monthly support. Let us quickly go further. We are in this rising channel still, and we are retesting right now the support line, which is very, very important. If in case we are breaking the support line to the downside, so in case we are breaking this support line to the downside, this could be potentially a short opportunity, and potentially we could see a drop here to the technical price tag would be the bottom of the channel, and it perfectly fits in with this red support line, which would be at around 16,700, so 34% short opportunity in case we are breaking it down, right? So 16,500, this support line, where the support line is coming from, the support line is coming from nearly from the, it's literally from the start of the Bitcoin creation. It's support line from all over the year. So 16,500 I'm seeing here as an absolute bottom, which would perfectly fit with the theory of the long-term theory, as we see always in a bear market. In a bear market, we see always a relief rally to the upside, and then, wait a minute, not this one. Here you see a relief rally to the upside, then we are retesting nearly the bottom. You see here nearly the bottom, and then the real bull market is starting. It would perfectly fit in the theory in case we are break to 16,700. Here you see, you saw the same happened. We had this bear market for 1 year. We bottomed out, relief rally to the upside, retesting of the previous low, nearly of the previous low, and then the bull market started, as you saw here, with the latest, with the halving. And so this would perfectly fit in case we are breaking into the downside. So nobody knows, the relief rally could continue even more to 36k. This is what nobody can tell you exactly, but what we are watching right now is the dollar. The dollar are clearly very, very weak. And as soon as we see, we are getting here perfectly rejected on this red field. And this is what we want actually to see. So in case we are speaking here, we are clearly formed a double top. And this speaks that the dollar should dump to the support line at around 101 points. And in case we are dumping further to the downside, we will see Bitcoin further pumping to the upside. And also what we see here, the S&P 500, which is the leading indicator, broke above a massive resistance line, this purple resistance line. We broke out of this channel, which you see here. We broke above this massive resistance line. You see here support, resistance, resistance. We broke above it. And if we are watching here the futures, you see it here on the right side, we are pumping even further, 4,315. And S&P 500 is the leading indicator for Bitcoin. In case S&P 500 further pumping, we see usually Bitcoin are pumping if there's not coming more FUD against Binance, Coinbase, and so on and so on. So right now, in my opinion, like I told you, as always, it's right now still a clear long opportunity. It's a clear long opportunity to the price target at the first price target, as I told you seconds before, 30k. And the big price tag is 36,500 approximately, so 40%. It's a long opportunity. What we have to watch, that we are not breaking below the monthly support line, so below 24,800. This is crucial, because in case we are breaking below the monthly support line, then the next price target would be 23,600. This is where massive volume coming in, right? We see it here on the VRVP. You see it here clearly. There's massive volume coming in. Wait a minute. I have to show you here. You see here, there's massive volume coming in at 23,800. So we don't want to see here breaking below the monthly support line. And I am right now still in my long position. I'm in an AVE long position. In my opinion, this is one of the, not a financial advice, but one of the greatest long opportunities on AVE. And it's not a financial advice. It can also not work out. It's all about probabilities. But we see right now, yes, we broke the symmetrical triangle to the downside, but it was only because of the fucking shit FUDs. Right now, in case we are going right now long, the technical price tag is still around $160. So this is a long opportunity of over 200% on AVE. And if you set your stop loss below even, let's say below even 20, this would be far below the previous low of the, before we started the bull market 2021, because the low was at around 24. So even if you set your stop loss below $20, it's a risk reward of 3.28. You can set your stop loss even lower at let's say at $14. It would be nearly the resistance line of the 2020. So then you have still risk reward of 2.9. You see, this is in my opinion huge long opportunity. I still in my AVE long position, which is right now $6,000 in a loss, but I'm still holding this AVE long position, Bratans. Not a financial advice. If you want also to trade On Bybit, you get $1,000 long or short position for free. You can long Aave or Matic or Bitcoin, whatever you want, only for professional. Check it out. Link is down below, bratans. Very important to know for you is, yes, we don't like this death cross, which we are about to do. You see here, the green line is crossing the red line. Usually when this happens, we see a further dump of Bitcoin and then obviously also altcoins. But this one can quickly pivoting if we see, for example, the news coming in that Gary Gensler is losing the fight against cryptocurrencies, because what the SEC and Gary Gensler right now doing is against the law, as I explained to you in the video, in this video at the start. If you didn't understand it, watch again from the start. We see the funding rate is coming down, is nearly at zero. Some funding rates on some exchange already minus, like on Gate or OKX, but on Binance is nearly zero. But what we want to see in case that we are confirming a massive pump is that the funding rate is going negative, right? So in case the funding rate will be negative, this will be a very bullish sign for a bounce, right? If the funding rate is highly positive, it speaks for dump. But right now we are nearly zero. We want to see that the funding rate is going to negative. Very important, watch crude oil price. So we see further dumping, and we see the crude oil price over the last years pumped like crazy, and right now we see decline. And this speaks in the big picture. Never forget the big picture. It speaks for it that we soon, in the next few months, we could break this support line at 63 approximately. In case we are breaking it, this will be highly bullish, because then the oil price is going to the toilet and the economy starts to work faster, because your products are getting delivered by a truck, and this truck needs gas. And if the oil price is very expensive, gas is very expensive, your product getting very expensive. In case the gas price are very cheap, so in case the oil price is very cheap, then the gas price is very cheap, then your products delivered to your supermarket are cheaper because the gas price is cheaper. So therefore, this is what turns the economy again starts to working. This is what you want to watch. In the big picture, it looks very bullish. In the big picture, we are only less than 10 months away from the bull market till the halving on the 1st April will happen. So it perfectly in alignment of the oil price. Yes, we can dump to 16,000. In the big picture, it doesn't matter. Right now is the time to accumulate your favorite altcoins. We have only less than 10 months to accumulate before we are reaching this green field, which is the Bitcoin halving. We see Bitcoin going parabolic like it's happened all the time in the previous bull markets after the halvings. Not a financial advice, do your own research, bratans. Bitcoin dominance is also weakening. We see, yes, we pumped on the weekend because of this FUD, but right now we're getting here rejected, and it could be, in case we are getting here rejected and breaking again below 15% clearly, then we see that altcoins outperforming Bitcoin. This is what we want to see, because we are heavily invested in altcoins, as I showed you here already, and the altcoins are pumping like crazy. We have here Sui with is 14% up since we bought it. Matic is 16% up since we bought it. FTM 5% up. SNX 5.6% up since we bought it. Aptos 7.2% up. IDEX 8% up. I mean, it's crazy, bratans. And here you have the proof. You can watch yourself. On the 10th June, after the dump happened, I posted all the altcoins which I bought, bratans. If you want to see which altcoins I'm buying, you can join the Telegram group. Link is down below. Please use only the link in the description. This group is, yes, in this group you have also some trading signals, but this group, you get trading signals for day traders, but this group is for people who are building the portfolio within this 1 year. I show you which portfolio I'm building with my knowledge and with my insider information. You have still to do your own research, but this group is exactly for this mate. So if you want, it's not like the trading groups like you all know. It's more really for people who are long-term investors to watch which altcoins to buy. but only for opinion, because I show you which portfolio I'm building. If you want, you can join it. Link is down below. It's $100 per month and you can cancel every month. Thank you everyone for watching, bratans. If you have any question, this video was very, very important in order to understand the big perspective. You have to understand it. If you don't understand what is Gary Gensler and the SEC right now doing, watch from the start. It's very important. If you have any questions, write me down below. I kiss you and I see you later.